Phansi ngoKongolos phansi. Phansi ngoRamaphosa phansi. Phansi ngo-IFP phansi. Siyabonga our commissar, sibonge usihlalo Mongezi and uThemba. Wanchela uThemba uthi le what yakhe. So I can see that's why there are so many active young people, because our chairperson comes from here. Let me take this opportunity to thank all of you. Ngizela ngizolemema for umgcibelo Moses Mapita se launcha Manifesto ye EFF. We want all of you to come in your numbers. The old people must be allowed to be the first ones in the buses. Then the youth must come after, because in the EFF we respect old people. We must always treat them as a special kind of people, because a lot of them say, "I EFF into yabantwana," but the old ones of the EFF said, "No, this belongs to us as well." So when they show us that respect, we must return it with the respect. So we are here to specially invite you to come on Saturday. We are launching our manifesto. We'll be outlining our policy as to what are we going to do when we take over government. Because this government of KwaZulu-Natal must come to the EFF. The EFF is the only party that will give you jobs. These people will never give you jobs, because the ANC has refused to give you jobs for the past 30 years. They give each other jobs according to their surnames, according to who is a member of the ANC. If you are not a member of the ANC, they don't give you a job. We want every one of you to work in eThekwini. As long as you qualify, you must get a job, and that job must be permanent, with pension funds and with benefits. We want you to have proper houses and proper land which is bigger, because land is everything. This thing of RDPs that are given to those that are connected in the municipality, it's wrong. A lot of people waited for RDP for many years, but young kids just come, get RDP houses before old people get RDP houses. We must give RDP houses according to who registered first, not according to favor and connection in the municipality. And we don't just want houses. We want proper houses with a flushing toilet inside. Because you can't say, I've got a house, yet you don't have inside toilet that is flushing. A toilet that is not flushing undermines our human dignity. Every human being must have a flushing toilet, because it's only animals who must drop it and still see it. None of us must drop it and see it, because we are not animals. We are human beings. But they kept us like animals for 30 years with no clean water. They found Eskom, they destroyed Eskom, because everything they get, they destroy it. So we are going to rebuild Eskom and make sure that load shedding is something of the past. We want to stop load shedding, because load shedding destroys business. Local businesses cannot afford generator. Even when they get generator, they can't afford diesel. That's why most of the shops are closed, because load shedding destroyed business. Load shedding is costing our children who are studying in darkness. Because of load shedding, they are unable to perform to the best of their ability. So we want to destroy load shedding, because load shedding kills people. When you are in a hospital and load shedding hits and you are on a breathing machine, you are gone. A lot of people died because of load shedding. So Ramaphosa killed our people in Marikana and killed our people through load shedding, because he's a murderer who kills our nation. We need to rescue South Africa from that big nose, because he knows nothing. He has destroyed the office of the president of South Africa. Comrade, our people are suffering in eThekwini. They can't eat. They've got no food. There is poverty. The president has got dollars in a mattress, in the sofas. You've got a president who operates like a crook, who doesn't respect the laws of South Africa. But we have a chance this year to stop that nonsense. The youth, take the future into your own hands, because the future belongs to you. When they destroy business now, it means no jobs for you. When they destroy education now, it means your future will not be an educated future. We need you, the youth, to join the youth of 1976 and say, like the youth of 1976, on the day of voting, I'm going to take a stand and protect the future of the children of South Africa. No EFF will take away social grants. We don't take away social grants, we double them. Because when you give Abu Koko imali, you know that they don't play cards with the money. They buy a bag of meal to support all our children. That's why we must give them more, so that they can continue to feed our own children. Hammarsdale cannot be a face of poverty when there is a caring government. A caring government cares for the poor, looks after the poor. That's why even a child grant must be doubled, because we don't want you to get child grant. You go to town to buy. After buying, you don't have money to come back, because the money is too little. And there is nothing wrong with child grant. People say, when you say we must double child grant, they say you want children to make children. When we say make children, we are not talking to children. Only old people make children. And SASSA will never make people have children. My grandmother had 9 kids. There was no child grant. So it's not true that child grants is the one that makes people to make kids. But equally, there is nothing wrong with making kids, as long as you are the right age. You don't have to be poor. You don't have to be rich. Don't say, why are they making children when they are poor? We were born by poor parents. And if the poor were not allowed to make children, we will not be here. We might be born to the poor, but it doesn't mean we'll die the poor. We might be that one person who's going to change that generational curse in your family. So no one must be told that you are poor, don't make children. Make children, Malema will support them. They are my children. Fighters, we want you, the children of South Africa, to get free education. We want education to be fashionable. But not only that, you can't say education must be free and you don't provide everything. When you say free, you mean free from everything. No child must buy school shoes or uniform, because the only thing a child must do is to learn. Must not be concerned about the state of the shoe. Hey, my uniform is not in good condition. The government must give you everything, including the learning material. Because free means that. Free does not mean school fees. Means that the environment must be so conducive for a child to learn. So that you are there to do nothing else but to learn. When you go to university under the EFF government, you don't have to apply for SASA and say, no, give me affidavit to show them my mother gets SASA. No, they are the ones who are giving your mother SASA. When you arrive there, you must produce your ID number. Then they punch your ID number. It says this is a child of a mother who's a beneficiary of SASA. Automatically you qualify. Including most children who come from free schools here. You come from a school where you don't pay school fees. But when you arrive at the university, they say pay registration fee. Why did you give me free education there and then think after passing matric I'm rich? Nothing suggests I'm rich. I'm poor in secondary school. I'm poor at tertiary. Everything must be sorted out because we want you to be educated and have the youth of South Africa competing according to their qualifications. Not competing about iPhone or Levi's jean. No, it must be about how many degrees do you have? Do you have a diploma? I'm finishing my master's. That's what we should be talking about. Because we'll make education fashionable. Because by making education fashionable, you destroy drugs, you destroy crime. But people can't go to school and not get jobs. They must be guaranteed that when they graduate, there will be jobs for them. But if there is no jobs, the government has got a duty to give them graduation grant, where money is given to you because you graduated and you can't get a job. Because already, they are already giving you money. They are giving you 350 when you are unemployed. But why am I given 350? The same amount of money with a person who doesn't have matric. 350 must be matricless. Matric 1,000, degree 3,000, so that our children are encouraged to go to school. They know the more qualifications you get, the more money you get. That way, you are educating the nation and providing a permanent solution. Because if these children go to school and they don't get jobs, their younger sisters and brothers won't go to school. They will say, what is the need? Because you go to school, he didn't go to school, you both get 350. So it's the same. And even when I go to school, I still don't get a job. So we need to take care of you so that the future looks up to you and say, no, these ones went to school. That's why they are driving BMW. Not because they are corrupt ANC people who are illiterate. They used their connection to buy BMW. So fighters, education in the EFF is free and compulsory because we want every African child to be educated. Fighters, we have a duty to get the youth to register. Registration did not close yesterday. It is still open online. You as fighters, make sure you get all these young people to register. Even those who are saying they are angry, they don't want to vote, tell them when you register, you are not voting. You are just registering. So on the day of voting, you must not wake up regretting why you did not register. Just register to be safe, so that when you change your mind on the day of the elections, your name is there. Most people are angry. They say they don't want to vote. They are tired of voting. On the day of voting, they wake up in the morning because the mood is voting that day. They go to a voting station. They get told, you are not registered to vote. So it doesn't matter how angry you are. Just register to vote. And on the day of voting, you'll make a decision whether you are going to vote or not. So let's go all out and educate the youth that only you, young people, can rescue South Africa from the corrupt ANC. So fighters of eThekwini, Saturday, you are the first ones to arrive at Moses Mabhida, because you are the host. You must be there in your numbers. We announced that we are going to Moses Mabhida. The ANC heard that. They said they are going to Moses Mabhida. The IFP said that. They heard that we are going to Mabhida. They said they are going to Mabhida as well, because they are following the leader. We are leading, they are coming after us. So we must make sure that that rally becomes one of the best rallies. There is no bus from outside KZN. Only the people of KZN must be in that stadium, so that we show the whole of South Africa that the EFF exists everywhere in South Africa. That's why it's going to be the government of the day. So let's make sure we wake up and we collect each other and we come to Moses Mabhida. That's where we'll speak a lot of things. I was just here to say I'm here to invite you special, and I want to see you on Saturday. Please do not disappoint the revolution. The revolution is looking forward to see you on Saturday. Let's make a statement, because if we don't get that stadium full, the stupids are going to undermine us. They will use that stadium to say bad things about us. So Saturday, you've got an appointment with the future. That's where we are going to read commitments of the EFF. In the EFF, we don't make promises. We make commitments. When we say we'll do something, we will do it. When we say we are insourcing security guards, we have done it at Vets, we have done it at Johannesburg municipality. When we say the cleaners must work for the municipality, not for a company that gets a tender to come and work for the municipality, we will do it because we want workers who have benefits and workers who will go on pension, having pension monies. But if we don't insource security guards, your father works for 30 years as a security guard. The companies just exchange hands with your father. They don't collect pension funds. When he goes on retirement, he comes empty-handed. No one must be a worker. At the end of the day, he's got nothing to show that I was working. So the EFF works with the poor of the poorest. The EFF loves black people, loves Africans. We make no apology when we fight for black people. In parliament there, we fight like nobody's business because we are fighting for you. Now they've blocked us. They don't want us to come to parliament during the State of the Nation because Ramaphosa is scared of the EFF. He's trying to suppress the EFF by all means because the EFF exposes their corruption. So we are going to fight to be in that State of the Nation address, and once we get inside, when Ramaphosa stands up, I also stand up on a point of order, because he must be held accountable for pala, for the corruption that is taking place in this country, for the high unemployment amongst young people. So fighters, let's make sure that we don't disappoint our organization on Saturday, because our organization never disappoints us. You are going to find us ready. Everything else that you are looking forward to will be there at Moses Mabhida on Saturday. Amandla! Amandla! Viva EFF, viva!